in this article, this one says, Florida gas station owner accosted by urine in his microwave.
He what?
It says accosted by urine in his microwave. So people put urine in the microwave and try to warm it up.
Oh.
Just to be gross, I assume. So he put a sign on the microwave. He took a picture right here, and it says, "Only for food use. Do not warm urine. Keep microwave clean. Thanks."
And where's that? Like, what state?
Take a guess. Just take a guess.
Is it the state you're from? I'm guessing
Florida.
It's Florida. Oh my
I mean,
god.
I don't mean to down talk it.
Oh my god.
I'm from Florida, but I'll be honest, it's just gone down. That's my opinion. It has gone down in the years, and it's just like, what the fuck?
Jeez.
So, here's an article. It says, funny news in Florida was certainly heating up this year as one of Jacksonville's gas station owners becomes sick and tired of locals using his microwave to warm their urine. And so, before I read further, I assume, like, just because, you know, my brother, he said as he has done this, which is really dumb. When you go take a drug test, your urine needs to be warm. They can tell, you know, it'll cool down, and they can tell if you've taken it from someone else, and it cools down, it gets cold, and it's not at the right temperature, then it won't pass the test. It won't let you do. I believe so, but I'll read further and see. So, BP Gas and convenience store owner, his name is Parul Patel, claimed that random people keep walking in every day to warm containers of their urine in his microwave.
What the fuck, dude? That's so gross. Oh, gross.
Those coming into the gas station to use the microwave were allegedly not customers and instead were suspected to be en route to a nearby drug testing facility. Exactly.
Oh my god.
Indeed, a LabCorp and Quest Diagnostics are both within walking distance of the gas station, although a spokesperson for the Quest Diagnostics alleged that their facility does not engage in drug testing. LabCorp remains silent on the matter. And there's a picture of the BP gas station. That is ridiculous. So it also says, Patel therefore believed that these people were desperate to pass their drug test. The connection between microwaving one's urine and passing a drug test has yet to be determined. That's kind of ridiculous. I mean, there's more, but what do you think about that?
I was like, that's so, like, what the heck? And does it actually work too sometimes? The microwave thing? Does it say in there that it works or anything?
I don't know. If I read more, it says, regardless, the people who do that, they walk often off the street, microwave their containers and then leave. He said that these people often become violent or aggressive when asked to not do so. He described one incident in which the culprit was so desperate to microwave her urine that she started cussing and replied, and she replied, and I quote, "Well, where is the sign that says you can't use this for this kind of purpose?" So, like he did, he made a sign and put it on the microwave that said, "Do not, please do not warm your urine in there."
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He said, "Then I'll put a sign saying that this is only for food use and not to use with your urine or anything else."
Yeah.
And so ever since then, that do not microwave your urine poster has gone viral, and now whether it worked, we don't know. But just the fact that he had to do that, it's ridiculous.
And that's in Florida.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure other people done it in other states too, but...
But I'm not surprised that it's coming from Florida, okay? People from Florida, I don't want to talk down, because I'm from Florida. But I'll be honest with you, I didn't like living in Florida. I lived in Ocala, Florida. It's more forest than anything. It's more like the woods and everything. And don't get me wrong, I grew up there, so I loved it, But I loved going through the woods, chop down freaking trees. It was nice. But it's crazy.
To be honest, I don't know too much. I've never done a drug test before.
Really?
Yeah.
Not for any job or anything.
For some reason, my job doesn't have any drug tests or anything.
Really?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. Like, resume, interview, orientation. That's it. I don't know, but like
My last job, they didn't have me do a drug test, but this job that I just got, they have me do a drug test. I like doing drug tests. I feel confident because I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. And then I feel confident about my healthy pee. It's not brown or dark. It's not gold. It's clear or bright.
I don't know. You're drinking all that water. Do you drink water?
I drink a lot of water. Yeah, basically only drink water.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, I don't know what to say. This is my first time hearing this, to be honest. And I don't even know that you can microwave pee like that.
I wouldn't assume that it would explode.
Right.
But
probably just boil.
First of all, now you have all that pee, that urine. Once you heat it up in the microwave, it's
it's gonna. I feel like it's
condescending all over the microwave. And, it's got now you get piss particles all around the microwave, and you gotta put food in there.
Right.
Hell no, not putting food in there.
Right.
You might as well throw the whole microwave away and get a new one.
Right.
And just leave. Don't put it outside. In my opinion, you should just get rid of the microwave, put it inside its office or something, so it's only for workers' use. Because you know what? If people want to do that, fuck them. It's take away the privilege. He has the right to do that. He doesn't have to have a microwave in there. So.
Or one thing you can do is don't do drugs. Overall.
You can also not do drugs.
Don't do drugs overall. To get past.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
You can drink. You can get wasted, and you can make your mistakes when you're drunk, because that's not illegal unless you do something illegal.
Mm-hmm. But that's crazy, to be honest, because honestly, I mean, I know that you pee in the cup and everything, but I honestly I don't know about it being warm or anything like that for you to pass anything like that. But I'm thinking throughout any state, why Florida?
Why not?
Yeah,
I'm
it could be
not surprised. I'm not surprised. Alligators there are dogs. That's the new trend. And I mean, when I was living there, in 2014 is when I moved here to Minnesota from Florida. It wasn't that bad. At least not that I remember. I wasn't that crazy about social media and all, but I never saw an alligator running across my road. It was more like I saw a snake every single day on my road, on my street, or in my yard.
Yeah.
But I was still bold enough to go outside barefooted because we're wild people. Nah, but I love Florida. Going through the woods and everything every day. We made our little forts in the woods. There was this it was a sinkhole, and we had so how to explain it? So my best friend I had in Florida, we lived right next to each other. We were neighbors, and so there was a sinkhole in the woods in front of our house. It was a long strip of woods, and so there's a sinkhole there, and it had a tree that fell across of it, and someone put a fire hose and stuff in there, and it was really cool. We tried to do stuff with it, but it was hard. Wow. And I remember we pulled a stop sign out of the ground once. But it was me, my brother, and his friends. We pulled a stop sign. We went for a walk. We pulled the stop sign out of the ground, and we took it to this little area that I made in front of my house. And so what I did, and I'm not bragging or over reacting or anything or whatever. I chopped down a tree. It was a 20 to 30 foot tree in front of my house. It probably wasn't the smartest thing to do or safe thing, because if it did fall the wrong way, it would have fell onto the street or on our house. Mm-hmm. But we did it, I did it, and then it fell down. I made sure it fell down the right way, and then dug a hole, put the stop sign in there, and we had fun in there. It was a little hangout. We also dug a really cool ditch in the back of our house for a fire pit. It was really cool. So it was mostly my brother and his friends. They were the ones who put the most work into it. So a big ass circle. They dig it into the ground, a hole into the ground, and then made it a seat. And then they dug a deeper hole in the middle for the fire pit. It was pretty cool. But it's off topic.
And you didn't get caught. You guys didn't get caught.
No. If we did get caught, we probably would have gotten a lot of trouble. It's that same forest, before we moved into that house, someone set that whole area. That whole area was set on fire. It's there was a fire in the woods and stuff. So because someone put a cigarette on the floor, and then
Yeah.
it was a big fire, and like that house that we moved in, it got burnt.
So it was like around the area around it is pretty much burnt and like.
Yeah, but that was like years before. That was years before we moved in there. And then once we moved in there, everything was pretty grown and back. And the fire stretched for over a mile long because it was going up the street. It like burnt someone's fence, almost burnt their house, almost got there to their house. But I don't know what happened. I know before I moved there, it was years before that happened. So from 2014, it happened like years before that. That person's house, like they never changed the fence. Like it was still burnt and stuff, but. It was interesting to know there was a fire back there. I remember looking back and seeing the fire.
Bro.
We lived like a street ahead of it.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy.
Florida people are crazy, bro. You guys do a lot of. Damn. What was that? Like, what was it when you were like, what, 14?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be honest, it's a lot of rednecks there. There's nothing wrong with rednecks. There's nothing wrong with country people and all, but like, if it's not your type, if it's not your area, it's not your area.
Yeah.
You know, I've only been to Daytona like once in my entire life, and I was only there for like a couple hours, and you know, I can barely remember much of the people, but it's not like when a lot of people who've never been to Florida, but they see all the memes and stuff on the internet, they're like, all they think of is rednecks and alligators and stuff.
Yeah.
That's not really all of it. Florida's really nice. Like I don't think I'd ever move back to Florida, not to the area that I lived in at least, but. Like, I love Florida. No, I love Florida.
Yeah.
I like the heat more than the cold. I don't like this cold. I don't like it at all.
It's Minnesota. I hate Minnesota.